One of the biggest talked about topics in the hot rod world today is reproduction versus new old stock. Well, that all ends today because we're changing out the bed size on the Screaming Banshee in this episode to show you that extra money you'll spend on NOS parts is worth that money at the end of the day. Stick around and we'll show you this is the only way to go right now on DOS Custom. What is up, guys? We're back with another episode. We're still working on the Screaming Banshee, but today we're going to try to put these nice brackets on that I made. See if we can mess this up. I got to weld some holes up on top and then re-drill the holes for these to tack weld in, and then we should be ready to weld these in. I don't know how hard this is going to be. It shouldn't be too hard, so we're going to go ahead and proceed with that. Alright guys, we got the brackets in, looking pretty good. I got them measured up, so pray that they're right. Now I think I'm going to try to take out this last cross member, or I might try to start taking the side loose, because I want to see how difficult this is going to be. And I'm going to have to take these apart right here somewhere. I don't know where the spot welds are, but they're right here somewhere. So I'm gonna go get an air hose and we're gonna try out our new compressor that's been here for about 2 months that I haven't tried out yet. See how it works. Well, there's no turning back now. Look at there, brother. Oh, there we go. Daylight between the bedside and the floor. It's what we like to see. So I got this whole side here cut apart all the way down through here, and I got this cut apart, but now I'm running into the problem. This cross member is in the way and I can't get to the spot welds behind here, so I'm gonna have to tear this cross member off now. So I'm gonna finish this side before I start this side because I don't want to get it all jacked up and not straight and that sort of thing. that sort of thing. But we're gonna go ahead and tear this cross member off. I'm not gonna make you watch it, so we'll be right back, and then hopefully, we'll have this thing sit down to where we can cut the rest of the bed side off. I mean, as smooth as it's going, I don't see why we couldn't have at least one bed side on this week. If I really bust ass and hustle.
So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah!
I could probably really have both of them, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try to take my time. I'm gonna have to put the tailgate on and make sure it's all square and everything. I'll be right back. Hang tight. Gotta be like a couple more spot welds that I'm just not seeing or something or other, because it's just not want to come out. LOL, there's still some spot welds down here I gotta hit. I'll be right back. Alright, so I've ran into a slight problem, but this pinch weld right here is what is holding this cross member in. There's 3 panels right here welded to this, and I am unable to detach the cross member from that because it's not cut all the way through. So I'm gonna have to try and cut through it. Probably not gonna be today because I've been here since about 8 o'clock and I'm tired and I'm going home. I'm hungry. Yeah, I'm gonna go get me a nice steak from the steakhouse. We'll see you guys back here tomorrow live from the shop. What is going on, guys? We're back in the shop, but I wanted to go ahead and show you what I have done. I got the cross member off. It wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. I'm going to have to take this off, and good news, this is one piece. So I'm going to have to take this off so I can weld the floor up because it's got a bunch of holes in it now. But there's some caulking right here, I think, holding it together. And then these 6 rivets back here. And I think this thing is getting ready to fall off. So that's great news. So we'll at least have it off. And I got to go get some vice grips like this because I have 0. I borrowed this one pair, and we're gonna need like 6 or maybe 10, because we're gonna have to clamp this thing all together and get it all square. Then little by little, we're gonna have to start welding it together. By the end of this, I will hopefully have it mocked up and kind of ready for it to go. I'm gonna get some vice grips tomorrow, and hopefully clamp this thing together tomorrow night with the bedside on there. So that's gonna be kind of cool. But let's go ahead and jump into this, and I'll show you what I got at the end, because I am excited, dude. I'm not expecting this to come off tonight. So let's get to going. Alright guys, well you can see we got the bedside on. It's not welded yet, it's just vice gripped together. And I went and bought 8, 9, 10, 11 vice grips, and I still don't have enough. But we're going to go ahead and take this all back apart, and we're going to start drilling holes in this thing. We got to drill holes across the top here. We'll have to drill holes in the front of this, and then the pinch weld on the floor, we'll have to drill holes in that. We're going to weld it through this way when we put it back together. This back actually bolts on, so what I'm going to do, I am going to pull this all back apart, drill my holes. If I need to go get some more vice grips, I'm going to do that. And then once we put it back together after we drill the holes, I'm going to take and flip it over, make sure everything looks correct, check my measurements off of another truck bed that hasn't been taken apart, and we're going to put the tailgate on and test fit that and make sure it shuts okay, nothing is funky about it. And then once we do that, we'll be good to weld it together. So that'll probably be tomorrow once we get that far. But hopefully after that, we'll be putting it back together, and then we can start on the other side. We'll have to do the same thing all over again. So that's not gonna be fun, but let's quit talking and get to the action. Alright guys, good news. I finally can say it. The right side is on for good. That'd be awful if we had to cut it back off for some reason. Everything is good to go. So now we are going to start cutting the driver's side off. And once we get that on, and then we can start putting the cross members on it. I have 3 more cross members to put on. But anyway, let's go ahead and cut into the driver's side bed and get this thing off and out of our way. Well, hello guys. I hope you're having a better day than I am. So I get ready to hang the left side on the rest of the bed, and I get to looking like, that body line doesn't look right. You know, goes straight and then it kind of like goes over. And the more I look at it, this bedside has been dropped or run into, but I've had this bedside so long that it doesn't really matter at this point. So she's been pushed in quite a bit because it's supposed to be straight-ish through there. But, of course, it's been hit and pushed in. The paint's not chipped or nothing. But now we're gonna have to fix this because the tailgate will not close like that. We're really close. I got some fabricating done today. I got this fixed. This was all rusted out and completely gone. It's the only thing I've got done today. I'm really thirsty too. I don't have anything in my fridge. Alright guys, I got this fixed. I don't know how well you can see this, but it was pushed in pretty good, but we got it straightened out close enough to where we can put the tailgate on it now. Then we'll worry about it once we get the tailgate on it. But I got everything prepped, everything's primed on there. I got all the holes drilled. We're gonna go ahead and hang this, and then I'm gonna try to spin it around to where I can flip the bed over where it's sitting upright like it's on the truck. Ready? Yep. You didn't put that bolt in there. I know that. Oh, I can't. Ready? Yeah. Okay. So I ended up having to go get a deburr tool from Lowe's because the hole didn't line up for the bolt. So I had to grind it out a little bit, get it to fit. We got that mocked up now. I ended up tapping it out also. I thought I was going to mess it up, but we didn't. So now we're going to go ahead and fit the tailgate. I'm going to get everything square. Then I'm going to weld the back here, probably weld the front, and then I'll be able to stand it up again like we did last time, so I can weld the bottom. Once I get everything straight, I got to put a level on it, get everything square, and then we will be really close to being done. But other than that, let's go ahead and mock this up and square some stuff up. My end, your end goes on and then mine slides. Now this might not close because good. Yeah. This latch over here needs to come up. I'm going to take that side loose. Well guys, I got some great news. It's time to do some welding. Bed sides are on. Let's go. Alright, now that both bed sides are welded on, we can move on to the final 3 cross members. But before I can put the cross members on, I got a rattle can at the bottom of this. I'm going to paint it black. And then probably put some undercoat underneath it in some places. but I'm probably not gonna do that on this video. I'll probably just do it sometime I get time before it goes to the paint shop. But then once I get it painted, I can start putting the cross members on. These two cross members will just be able to weld them directly on. Don't have to modify them or anything. But this one I'm gonna have to C-notch. C-notch it so it doesn't hit the rear end and the frame rails. But once I get that modified and nice and chopped up, I can go ahead and put that one on. And then we'll be done with this thing. I'm probably gonna try to clean up some stuff. Probably gonna put some undercoating and stuff around its edges before I paint it all. But I'm not gonna do that on here because I don't wanna mess with that. It's gonna take too long. But then we're gonna be done with this video and we'll be able to move on to finally something else other than this truck bed. I've been working on this thing since I think a little bit before Thanksgiving. So about a month and a couple weeks, but not full time. I took 2 weeks off around Christmas, so anyway. But let's go ahead and finish this out. Well guys, a little recap before we get into it. So we pretty much completely rebuilt this bed, replaced cross members, both bed sides, we welded a bunch of holes, scraped all the undercoating off of this thing. We're still not quite finished yet. Before it goes to the paint shop, we're gonna spray paint the bottom of this black and put some undercoating on it and do a little touch up on the welds and stuff, make them look a little better. There's a few little dings in the tubs and stuff, but we're probably just going to let them take care of it at the body shop so we don't have to deal with that and get this thing out of here. I got another project coming in here that's not going to be on the channel. But anyway, but to recap everything that I learned today, the NOS stuff fits really great. Would highly recommend it if you have the opportunity to buy it and have the money to buy it. I know this stuff's really expensive, but if you can get your hands on it, it's a lot better than the repops. Like my C10, it's got some repop fenders and doors. They fit pretty good, but they're nothing like the NOS stuff. So if you can get your hands on it, I definitely recommend it. That's going to be it for this episode, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope this year brings a lot of new stuff. Can't wait to get into it. This is the first video of the year, so thanks for watching. Remember, guys, keep on hot rodding. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. See ya.